Hey, welcome to the Proof of Stake and Shared Masternode video for the week of December 2nd, 2018. So we're going to start out like we usually do with Stakinglab. Now there are some very important things in this video, so if you have an interest in one of the sites or are curious about one of them, definitely want to skip ahead to the one that concerns you the most, but there is value in watching them all to see what's going on these sites. As I'm recording this week, pretty much every value in crypto is down right now, except Tron, I think, for some reason. I don't know, I was reading a document on that, but I didn't get a chance to finish it. Anyway, as you can see, as I'm writing this, Bitcoin's value is at $41.45, which I believe is even $100 less than it was yesterday. So, Stakinglab. I still don't have a significant investment in Stakinglab. However, because some of the coins that I picked have not retained their value very well, the reinvestment that I'm doing has actually gone down regardless. So the more I reinvest, as it proceeds to decrease every day, has actually dropped further. So even though there's more coins, there's less dollar value. And since I'm playing a long game, I am not really affected by this. What I'm looking at right now is hang on to the coins that I have. And if you're holding coins, which you should be in this time when the crypto's just in the toilet, you really need to find a place to hold your coins that's going to give you the most value. Now, I've taken some time and researched a lot of the coins that they have here. And the ones that I have interest in, I have actually switched over and put some of the coins here to hold them rather than to keep them in my own wallet, because there is value in sharing with multiple people. If you share in a pool, your network weight is higher, so therefore you get more return from it. Now, I have had to move some of my coins around a bit because of some changes on some of the sites. This one wasn't particularly affected too much. The only thing I'm having a problem with on this one is that I have a bit of block node on here, not a tremendous amount, but there are no spaces to open new masternode slots with block nodes, so I've been transferring it to some place that actually has open spaces when that's the case. So when the payouts come every day, I try to reinvest, and if I can't reinvest it, then I move it to another location that does have space. Also, particularly with condominium. Condominium has some interesting turns to it, and I send all my CDM to another site that is a shared masternode site exclusively. So when I cannot reinvest CDM, I send the CDM elsewhere. And that allows me to have more use from the coins that I have. So it doesn't hurt my overall balance, but it does make the balance on this particular site look to be a lot less than it should. But going back to Stakinglab in particular, you can see there are a number of coins that they carry here that are very popular. They did make some changes to their menu system, so it is a little bit better than it was before. I noticed in some of the previous videos that I've done, I have mentioned that I was not entirely impressed or could not completely figure out how to manipulate their menu system to my advantage. And I probably lost a lot of opportunity by not being able to get in here and work it like I can on some of the other sites. It's not as clear, but when it comes down to it, it is actually very effective. You just need to work at it and figure out what it is you need to do to make your money. Now, there were a couple of coins, I believe, that were delisting. I believe it was XGoX and another one. And they had a delisted. Maybe that wasn't Simple POS. Maybe that was, or Stakinglab. Maybe that was Simple POS. We'll get to that later. And if that's the case, then that's the case. But that was a brief run through of all the coins that they have. just scrolling through it. There are some really good ones in here. I really like APR. I really like Blocknode. It doesn't have the value that you would hope a lot, but it has pretty stable, steady return for the most part for me, even though I don't have much here. Another thing that I have most of my condominium elsewhere, and they have a lot of coins that a lot of places do not have, and they have a lot of different types of coins. So you can do Shared Masternode here, and you can do staking, but you have to realize that I'm going to my wallet really quick. I'm going to turn off zero balances so you can see what I have, and we'll sort by coin name. So you can see here, Blocknode, I have a balance of $6.67, which was the payout basically for yesterday, and I haven't processed it in yet. And these are not the value that you have invested. These are the value that you have in your wallet right now. I moved some of my project coin here temporarily, and now I've moved it out. So somehow some of it remained, and I'm still getting income from it, but there's not a lot there. Blocknode. So here's our Blocknode. Now we have 0.93 coins in our standard rewards and 5.73 in our instant rewards. Now, the difference between the two are there are two different kinds of shared masternodes here. You have standard ones and then instant ones, and they pay out into two pools. Now, they show up as your total coins, but you get two pools of payout, these two right here. Now, what we want to do is I want to reinvest this reward standard coin, but what we're going to see is when I try to do that, I have to have one coin or higher in order to do that. So I cannot reinvest my 0.93 until probably tomorrow when it goes over 1. But I can reinvest my instant coins. And I don't think I covered this last time. So we're actually going to do reinvestment today. So reward instant coins, which is drawing off of this pool of coins. We go to next. And these are the pools that I can invest in right now. These are the two pools that have openings where I can redeposit coins. Masternode 18 and Masternode 19. And since they don't say instant, they're actually going to assist in raising the standard coin return. And then I could say that I want to invest my payout of 5.73 coins for the day into Masternode 18. I hit save. Bam. Those coins that were in my instant are now invested. The trick on this site is your coins sitting in your wallet do nothing until they are invested. So you can have coins sitting here doing nothing. These don't do anything until they actually get invested. If they're not invested in anything, you don't get a return on them. So Ignition coin. Let's take a look at my Ignition coin because it looks like 1.73. Maybe I have enough between the two, and I do. Pool coins, 1.73. That's all I have. There's my pool rewards, 0.13. Now, if I had just these coins sitting in my wallet, I would have an invest button here that I would have to actually invest them. So I would not, they don't work on their own. You actually have to put them to work. Let's turn off the non-Masternode coins. So as you can see, our Blocknode is now down to 0.94, which is what we had in our standard wallet. Condominium, Deviant. Deviant's going to be split up between the two pools, so there isn't going to be enough to invest. It's close, but not quite enough. Condominium should have enough, but I think I already did this one, and it's just taking a while on the withdrawal because Condominium does not have anything that I can invest in right now. Everything is full. And if you look down through the history of what I've done, instant masternodes have this after their name, regular masternodes do not. And I'm really not 100% clear on what they are. I think the instant ones are ones that are ready to start, and you can just get in them instantly and you're already paying out, and the standard ones have to fill up. But you can see every day I've pretty much done some sort of transits. There's my investments, and here is my transfers, and these are going out. These are my withdrawals, and I do have one that I initiated. So, but this is what I'm transferring from. This is what I'm getting paid out. Your recommendations are the Masternode pools that are looking for people, and this is how much is remaining that needs to be filled. So this Arion needs 10 coins in order to be completely full. This Monk needs 10.75 to be completely full. This one needs 15.89. This Barrake needs 1,269 coins. There's an opportunity if you look in here, especially with ones that need more than 100 coins. When I started, I didn't understand how to capitalize on these instant ones very well. So I was picking ones that had like 10 coins available, transferring 10 coins over. It was getting very frustrating because the coins would fill up before my transfers completed. So I ended up leaving them there, and eventually over time I was able to start sticking some coins in here, but you do have to check it fairly often, and they update every while. I don't have an exact time on when they update, but as you're looking at it, it won't update immediately. It does take some time. I believe there's hours, not an hour, but a few hours difference between when it recycles these and refactors in what needs to be done. So like you'll look at this one, and this Arion says it needs 10. You'll start a transfer for Arion for 10. I'll have already paid in the 10. By the time your 10 gets there, you'll still see where it says 10, but if you go to invest, it'll already be full. And then you'll have 10 Arion sitting there waiting to be invested. Now, instant nodes, these are all of the instant nodes, and you could tell it to hide full nodes because these are the ones that you don't want anything to do with. But you can see here, if we look into the block node, I got 7.27 coins in this one. I got 1,120 in this one. I got 5.31 in this one. And this is the shoving coins in spots where they fit. I basically have said, okay, I've got enough to put into this one, so this is what I got, and this is what I could get in here. This is what I could get in here. So I don't have a large investment in anything. I have a lot of very small investments that make up a difference in a pool. And this is one of the reasons why the site is not as conducive as some of the other ones. It still has value. They're still very, very regular about paying out. And this is one of the few sites that I've seen with very, very little drama. The money keeps coming, and they don't give me any crap about anything else. Whereas in some of the other sites you're going to see, there's a lot of things that have been going on that you probably need to be made aware of, and a lot of things that you may need to consider when you're investing. So if you'd like a safe site that pays, that hasn't had any trouble, this is probably a good one. But you are going to have a learning curve, and you're going to need to figure it out. So when I deposit coins and I want to invest them, I have to start staking the coins, or I have to start adding the coins in, because if I don't, then they just sit in my wallet and they don't do anything. So nothing that you do here happens until you put it somewhere. Same thing with masternodes. These are all the masternodes. And as you're looking through here, Colossus up 624 here, and then that was full. And the problem being is a lot of these I picked up at the end, so my participation is extremely low. So I'm not getting the rewards that I can if I was a big investor in them, but I'm getting rewards because I have 23.42 here, 12.1 here. So when this one pays out, I get the rewards for having 0.02%. When this one pays out, I get the rewards for having 0.01%. So I may not get huge rewards, but I get consistent rewards, which is sometimes better than getting the big bucks because I get them often. There's another one, 3.12, 167. And again, you can see if I want to invest coins, I have to do that. Let's go down to where I don't have anything invested. So I was trying to get into this one. We can stop right here because I have nothing in it. And it will turn it off. But I was trying to get into it before it filled up and I couldn't. So now I'm no longer looking at that. But again, same thing. Could not get into it beforehand. So therefore I opened it up. It filled up. I couldn't get in. But the same thing with investing. That one's at maintenance, so I can't touch it. But this 4 is staking. Has a total balance of this if I wanted to invest in it, which I can't because there's not a whole coin value, but I would have to actually click the start button and then I would actually have to invest coins to actually put it in there. So I would bring it up in my radar, I would click the button to invest some coins in it, and then it would actually allow me to do a deposit into there from my balance. So if I transfer the coins over, tell it I want to join this masternode or this staking pool, tell it how many coins I want to put in there. If this one, I don't know what Alco has for masternode cap, or if it is a masternode, but let's turn off the full nodes because that'll make it easier. Then we're only looking at regular ones. All right. So condominium, this one is pretty much full. Let's find another CDM because that's the one I know has 100,000 collateral to start. Project 4,000. Already full. Can't get in. This one's collecting though. That's what I want to do, collecting. Let's get to collecting. Staking, staking, staking. Come on. Get me out of the ones that are full. All right, well, it's just taking too long. I've got other ones I've got to cover. Here's the staking pools right here. These are the ones where just coins are deposited. I don't have a lot in here. All I have is ignition coin, it looks like. But they have a lot of coins, a lot of things you can just stake coins. Just make sure you read because this one is in a reward pool, so do not invest your coins in there or you will lose them. If you want to, pick one that has a staking so that you can get it there. And that is how that works. All right, that's it for Stakinglab. Again, not much to say about it. It's a solid pool, does what it's supposed to do, does not have a lot of drama going on. Keeping in mind that the coins are very low in value right now, now's a good time to make some pretty consistent and moderate investments in some coins that you believe in and hang on to them as they increase. Because remember that by having a shared masternode or a proof of stake claim, you gain coins every day based on how many you have. And from that, when and if the price does go back up, you will actually have more to sell. So, for example, have an AIAS masternode. I actually have 7 of them, and I am gaining a couple hundred coins a day, and from that I am holding on to them, and when the price of AIAS goes back up, I'll have thousands of coins to sell to take advantage of that, which will probably crash the price again. But regardless, if it's on its way up, as long as you do it in moderation and pace yourself, you should be good. Anyway, on to the next one. Hey, welcome to the simple POS pool, part of the proof of stake shared masternode video. So as you can see, I really have not done much with simple POS Pool recently. Not for the fact that they're not good, not for the fact that they're not reliable. I just haven't really deposited much here. It has not been my focus. Again, it's an easy site to work with. Have not had a single problem with this. One of the things that they are very good about is news. If you want to check their news, this is what's going on. As you can see, they're very, very good about telling you what's going on. There's no new collateral, PRG collateral change, PPO collateral update. Very, very good about explaining what they're doing. I actually had an investment at XGoX here. I actually had to pull it out because they're delisting it, and I understand why. The coin isn't making any money. It's low demand, so it's obviously on the way out. They're very good about telling you in advance what coins are delisting, and as you check through them, they tell you on the coin it's delisting. You can't do any more deposits. This is how you delist a coin properly. You turn off the deposits so people can't deposit things. You make an announcement about it. Well, you make the announcement first. Then you say, turning off deposits. Mark it on the site so that when you go to the site, you can see it's being delisted. They sent out an email saying they were going to delist the coin. So you are well informed as to what is happening with these coins. Now, just because deposits are disabled doesn't mean if I sent money here, it would just disappear. So be aware of that. So you do have to kind of keep up on it. But some of these coins are in maintenance, and it tells you what's going on with them. The maintenance coins, usually if you do a deposit, it will accidental deposit. It will pick it up when the blockchain resynchronizes. But please don't try to do that as a rule. I've gotten lucky with that a couple of times, and I've gotten burned by it a couple of times. So it depends on what kind of maintenance it's in. But you can see what coins are going away, what coins are being converted to only proof of stake. And they're pretty good about giving the reasons why and what's going on with them. BWS proof of stake. I think the new BWS is not going to support masternodes anymore. But again, I have not had an opportunity to do much here. I have some XP, some XGoX, and Dust. I had some MMO here, but I moved it elsewhere. Works, I have a masternode for Works. I just haven't deposited it here, although I could, but I haven't. And we're looking at their shared masternodes. Their available masternodes are these right here. Very, very effective way of doing it. I want save node. So there's save node new, which are the new ones. The old ones would be the ones with the 16,000 or less collateral. And that gives you an opportunity to remove your coins yourself from the masternode slots until they reach a point where they have to remove them to get rid of it and move you to the new one. So you can come in here and you can I don't know, there's got to be one that's accepting. Can I turn off ones? I think I can only turn off ones. Oh, start pending. You can participate. You just click in here. It tells you what the coin is. This particular one is Dash. And Dash G. So you are required to have 1,000 Dash G. There are 182 slots available. So technically, if you had 182,000, required coins are 1,000 to start a masternode. You have to have 5. So if you had 5 coins, you could have 1 slot. If you had 10 coins, you could take 2 of these slots, and so on and so forth. So if you had 50, you could have 10 slots. And based on that, you get a percentage share of the rewards when they come through deposited into your account. And I'll show that more in the next couple videos because I can have actually some proof of that. I don't think I have any masternodes here because I only have $1 in coins. So I did, but the coins that I was invested in was a long time ago, and they fell out and the developers disappeared and it was a mess. So the coin lost value. I sold the coin for what I could and bought some other things. They're very good about showing you what you've made. Withdrawals and deposits, stakes, Masternode. Tells you everything you need to know right here. And I think that's about all there is to say about this site because, like I said, no drama. Nothing to really say when things are going well, except things are going well. I mean, look, there's a lot of coins. There's Dash G. So I guess that's a subset of Dash. I'm not even familiar with that. Must be fairly new to the site. But it gives you your account overview to tell you what you have invested or what you're invested in. I've not got much, so I really need to do more with the site, but I've got other things I've been working on, and there's 2 critical things in 2 of the other sites that need to be covered in this video, or will have been covered already, to tell you what's going on with those and why they've been taking most of my focus. But for now, that's it for Simple POS Pool. I will probably spend more of the time on the other 2 sites than this one because they need it. Anyway, I'll see you there. Hey there, welcome to the StakeUnited section of this video. I spoke very highly of this site in the past, and at this point I'm not entirely sure I can feel as enthusiastic about it as I have in the past. So there was an update on 11/20, so November 20th, 2018. And we're going to read that update just so you can understand what it was. Due to low rewards, we're closing masternodes in CCC, Gcash, IC Peng, PRG, SMK, and BUTI. We're running at full steam to add new profitable masternode coins for our great community. Sound good? Great. It's always good to see good things coming, right? So here's the problem. If you had pending rewards in those, they still have to be manually canceled. So you don't have your coins yet. And that'll come into play later, so make sure you remember this. Especially in my case for IC and Project, because I had pending masternode requests for IC and Project. Now let's look at another update that came out almost 2 weeks later. Coin delistings in December due to low demand. We are discontinuing the following coins: Ember, Project 401k, Kato, Civ, ASAFE, DTEM, DC, DUDGX, DVRS, Gcash, Graph, IC, Peng, Rock, SMK, Trip2, TSC, Zuez, ZBA, Huzu, and APR. If you have any of these coins in your StakeUnited account, please withdraw them by 12/16 to recover delisted coins which weren't withdrawn. There will be a service fee charged. Okay. So we canceled the IC Peng and Project masternodes, and we're manually processing those cancellations back to accounts. And then we delist the coins and say that you have to have them out by the 16th or they're gone. So before we go any further, let's go into my balance. Now let's go into my IC. I have 25.2 coins. I better get those off of there. Wait a minute. Where's my coins? Where's my 25.2 coins? Oh, okay. Well, maybe I better get my my project off there because I have 32.97 project. I have 4? That doesn't match up. Okay, here's my problem. And I've actually been transferring all of my coins off of this site. They canceled their featured coin of the week. So their featured coin is gone. And as you can see, my balance has been decreasing because I've actually not have any interest whatsoever in maintaining a relationship with this organization any longer, especially because of this. 401k, got all that moved off. APR, got all that moved off. Did not have any of the other coins except I had a pending request to have an ignition coin masternode. Now, here's the other problem. Your masternode seats and withdraws were saved here. Pending cancellations, pending seats, confirmed seats. I have no record that I had these seats in the first place any longer. They're gone. So because they removed the masternodes, they removed the pending seat requests, they removed the cancellations, I don't have any record that I have put in a bid to buy them. My coins are probably going to be gone. As such, I have 125 LightPay coin in masternodes. So I have 5 slots. I'm taking that out. I have 3.04 Locust coin taking up active seats. I'm taking that out. I'm transferring it off the site. Coins that are staked are generally pretty good because if they announce they're taking stake coins off, you just transfer them. And usually within 24 hours, they are moved. The pending requests that I had, pending seats, gone. Pending cancellations, not even there. And as you can see, I've canceled all of my stakes with that. I'll be moving them off the site. Here's my confirmed seats. Here's my masternode balance and history. I did not ever get an IC or project masternode slot, so none of those show up anywhere because they were pending. But since they were pending, they're not going to show up in my account. This Locust coin balance has actually been fluctuating even below the 3. I just don't feel I'm being treated fairly. And if you're on this site, I would highly recommend that you take a look at what you have for your masternode balance. Check out the Discord and make sure that you still agree with what they're doing with your money. But as you can see, I made a lot of withdrawals today. But I can't withdraw my project, and I can't withdraw my IC, which as a project, I mined all my IC. So every bit of my ignition coin, I mined so that I could get enough to have a masternode. It was a project I wanted to accomplish, so I mined up 25 ignition coins so that I could have a slot in the masternodes. It was an interesting way to do it. It took a while because ignition coin isn't mined very heavily, and it's not a great coin to mine so much, especially considering it has very little value. However, 25 of it does have $3 worth of value, so I'm going to probably end up throwing away $2.88 worth of coin. Project. I think Monkey's in the same spot. No, that one's coming out right. Project, same deal. I have $1.84 in project, 32 coins. I could move these coins to another site and put them to use. I can't get them out. So that's another couple bucks I'm throwing away. It just seems like more and more with crypto. Zumba, I sold my Zumba. It was a couple hundred. But I already have a Zumba masternode of my own. With the way crypto sites are going these days, I end up losing way more money to people than I put in. So I'm going to lose this. I'm going to lose my project. I'm going to lose whatever LightPay coin and Logos coins sitting here. Probably I'm probably not going to get my stakes back, because they only cancel stakes on the second Sunday and the fourth Sundays, and you don't get your money back for 2 weeks. So it's going to be probably a month before I get my 125 LightPay coin back, and I'm not happy about that. So if that still makes you happy, great, stick with it. But I think you need to take a closer look at what they just did to the site by delisting all of these coins right after taking them out of Masternodes before they had even gotten back into everybody's account. I asked 24 hours ago if there was a ETA on when the coins would be back from the delisting, and never got a response. Instead, I got an email telling me all the coins were going to be delisted. Don't put any money in here. If you have money in here, move it somewhere else. Just get it out and take it somewhere. Do something else with it. There are other sites that have these coins that can help you actually make money instead of stealing your coins, because I lost several coins that I bought that have been delisted before, where I had less than one coin and could not remove them, like Pivx. If Pivx went away, I don't know how I got 0.14 Pivx. I never bought it, but could have been from an affiliate. If they delisted Pivx, I can't get this out. It's gone. There's another dollar gone. Luxcoin, there's another dollar probably going to be gone. So this site, in my opinion, is not worth the effort or the time anymore. You pay them a fee for your coins for keeping them here. So with the rewards that you get based on your balance, they get a cut of it. You get X number of coins, they get a percentage of that. They work for you. And I think they've lost focus on that. I can't recommend StakeUnited anymore. I'm removing all of my coins from here. Next week we'll touch on it and see how successful I was at finding homes for all of them. But since I just started today and I wanted to let a bunch of my deposits go through, or my withdrawals go through, well, we'll see how it goes. And we'll check on it next week. But I just don't feel that they're doing their job. And they work for you. You don't work for them. You give them your coins to hold. They get money off of those coins too. And they're expected to provide some form of service. And they're not providing a service. They're providing an inconvenience. And when they're not acting in your best interest, the best way you can speak to your own interests is to speak with withdrawing your money to other sites. I've covered several other sites that have all of the coins that this place has and less headache. Move them there. Worst case, move them to an exchange until you can find a home for them. All of the coins that are stray that I can't figure out where to put them right now, mostly because like XGoX is delisted from the site I was going to put it from. It's probably going to go to an exchange while I look for another site or something to do with it. But I probably won't sell it. Now, there's a danger in this, in that if I send it to an exchange and the exchange goes away, looking at you, Maple Exchange, well, I'll lose the coins. But as it stands, I'm going to lose the coins anyway. And 17 cents for 5,700 coins, so not like it's that big of a loss. Worst case, I have the XP wallet on my computer for experience points. I could send all 13,000 of this, rounding up, to my personal wallet and hold on to it to find somewhere to send it. And it would be staking while I was waiting. That's the difference of sending it to your personal wallet versus sending it to an exchange. So when you send it to an exchange, it doesn't stake. If you send it to your personal wallet, it would. So I guess the order of precedence would be send it to a personal wallet. If you can't do that, send it to an exchange, barring sending it to another site that can handle staking it for you. So that would be my priority on these. A lot of these I have, and since I pulled back so many of my coins that are Masternode coins to make Masternodes of my own, which maybe someday I'll make a video on that. I still intend to do it. I just haven't had time. I'm still getting back on track from doing these, so just bear with me a little bit and we'll see what we can do. But get off this site. Just get off of it. Take all your money out. And I have a feeling you can see the proof of stake overview. People need to, let's pick a coin that's going away. Diverse. There's this much diverse on the site. That needs to get off. Ignition coin. Ignition coin may not be profitable, but it's popular. How can you say 87 bazillion coins is not? All right, 52,154 ignition coins, which is a balance of about $6,000, was not profitable. So they're getting rid of it. There's less in Logis coin. So why is that still here? That's why I want to get it off the site, because there's 5,400 of that. Is that not popular? So it's probably going to go away. Monkey coin, 194,000. Obviously that's a popular coin. LightPay coin, there's 10,460 on the site in the pools for staking. Just $2,000. This coin is completely unprofitable now. So what are they going to do? Delist it from the masternodes and then kick it out? I have a feeling that's what they're going to have to do. And since I've got current shares, what's going to happen to my shares? The same thing that happened the last time. I'm not going to get into that situation again. Rocket coin, I mean, that's nothing. Thunderstake doesn't even have a value. Trip doesn't even have a value. Xcoin, it's more than what LightPay coin's paying. Zuez is probably going away, and so is Zumba. The amount of Zumba has a value. It's not great, but it has a value. Anyway, I'm going to end this now because all I'm doing is walking in circles, talking in circles, but I think you get my point. I don't care if a site is honest with me and tells me what's going on and does things in a good manner to delist coins, because coins do eventually need to be delisted, but you need to do it in a way that doesn't steal money from people. And that's what they're doing, because when these coins are delisted, everything that's sitting in this wallet is going to go away. And it's not going to go into the void. It's going to go into the pockets of the people who run this place. So do yourself a favor. If you're on this site, get your coins off before they take them. And don't come back. And that's about all I got to say about that. So anyway, I will... Looks like I got 20 coins to get out. Oh, great. All right. Well, thanks for watching, and I welcome your comments on this to see what you have to say. But again, I cannot recommend this site. It has just been too much of an ordeal with them delisting coins. I had a coin that was delisting before that I did not have enough of and could not deposit anything for. I think it was Gold Poker coin or something, to get it to a balance where I could take money out when it still had value. And they delisted the coin with the wallet closed, so you couldn't take money out. You couldn't put money in to get money out if you needed to. And it had been that way since a week after they introduced the coin. So sure, it's going to be not popular when you don't allow people to deposit money. So frustrating. All right, well, thanks for watching. Listen to me ramble. I don't think I can stress this any more clearly than just run away from this site. Thank you for watching. Welcome to the StakeCube portion of this video. So there has been some turmoil since the last time I reported on StakeCube. They were actually hacked and a lot of coins were taken. However, they're attempting to do the right thing and they have a refund program in place to tell what coins of yours were stolen and how many have been restored. Has not started yet, but the attack was on the 24th of October, and it's probably starting soon. Once they get all the wallets updated and secured, they will start returning these to people. In the aftermath of the attack, I actually transferred all of my coins to exchanges that I know are safe, and I am actually in the process of transferring them back along with making some additional deposits, but I'm not quite done yet and things are looking better and more secure. So what we have is a very low balance compared to what I used to have, but it's also low balance because the price of crypto is so low. Again, a limited selection of coins that they have here to make things interesting, and that's about it. As you can see, these are what they carry, and they're very good coins. If the coins are too, well, if they lose too much value, they do tend to phase them out, and they're very good about phasing them out. They make everybody aware of it and allow you time to withdraw it. They're very good about answering support tickets generally, although lately they've been a little bit busy recovering from the attack, and that's understandable. So I currently have 4 Masternode slots with them, and probably gonna have more. I was hoping I would have a deposit finish before I started this video so that I could show you how to deposit into a Masternode, but we'll save that for next week. Right now I am still waiting. It has not cleared, or hasn't even, actually it's just been listed as created. It hasn't actually hit the blockchain at all yet. So it's going to be a while, and I understand that it was a very popular coin, so it's probably queued up and waiting. Again, with this site, you can see all your activity. You can see the activity of the entire site. And as you can see, very important info. The reward program will start as soon as the whole site is fully operational again. Maintenance of the wallets is in progress, and there are some that are in progress. As you can see by the red dots, they are still being recovered or updated correctly. The lead developer is actually out right now because of a medical issue, so that would explain why it's taking so long to get some of these up to current ones. One of the things I appreciate greatly about this site, it tells you the wallet version that they are using right here. So if you are transferring to a higher or lower numeric wallet of your own, well, you need to make sure they're as close as possible or matching. And this will definitely benefit you to tell you what you're coming from and what you're going to, because that's how you lose coins. Withdrawals actually happen fairly quickly on this site, so not really any problem there. The shared masternodes. Looks like I've clicked one too many things. All right, again, don't send your coins to this address. Send them to your wallet and then post them to here. The wallet would be under dashboard, and then when the coins are in your wallet, like this one, I could show you on this one, but I can't do it because Bitcoin W Spectrum is actually turning into a proof of stake coin and not a Masternode coin, or at least not a shared Masternode coin. But I had the recommended number of coins. I actually had a Bitcoin W Spectrum Masternode for a while, so they are taking it down, and they're very good about putting these notes on here, so you have to kind of look for these. But if you want to invest in it, click on that. You can see with what I have, if this was still available, I could get 1 slot, and I just click participate, and I'm on my way. And it tells me how many slots are available, tells me how many slots I own. As we scroll down through here, bit rewards, 2,500 coins per slot. I have 1. I can look at the details. That's what I've got. There are still 10 slots available here. So once this fills up, it will start providing actual Masternode rewards instead of staking. And that will help a bunch. Most of the Masternodes came down during the attack, so a lot of them are rebuilding. So if you're looking for a shared Masternode site to get into, I have 3 LightPay Coin Masternode slots here. I think they're all in the same one. Yep, they are right here. And that one is active. I have 3% share of it. And they are collecting more. There are 525 total available slots because LightPay Coin is a very popular Masternode. I'm waiting for APR to open up some, but they're all full right now. Anyway, like I said, refund program should start soon. I'll keep you posted on that. And this is what I lost out of the hack. Like I said, they are working to restore these. It will be taken out of their profit to restore the coins that were lost. And hopefully that happens soon, because it kind of hurts to lose some of these. I didn't lose a lot. I know people that lost a lot more, but they're still good people. They still do what they say they're going to do, as far as I'm concerned. And I will continue to say that until I'm proven otherwise. Still got the bounty walls down right now, probably because the developer's out and because of the changes. The faucet still works. You could still get coins in these from the faucet. And that is all there is to StakeCube right now. So like I said, just be aware there was a hack. Oh, and I think since the last time I made a video, they changed the verification levels. So I'll go over those again just to make sure. At level 1, which you get by becoming a member of the site, you can unlock depositing and withdraw coins. So that's the basic level. When you verify your email, you can use the exchange, which has not yet been developed, and claim from the faucets. So in order to make the most usable site for you, you have to reach level 2. So verify your email, become a member, and that gets you the most of the functions of the site. In order to get to level 3, you have to have a $5 account value, which is actually getting kind of hard to drive up with the price of coins going down, but you can receive airdrops when they do those. At level 4, once you've received 10 stakes, you can participate in the lottery. So you can have an opportunity to win some coins, but that's not active right now. Once you've been a member for 30 days, you can participate in coin votes. And that was the date that I joined, July 22nd, 2018. And the coin votes are non-existent right now because they're not adding any new coins in at the moment. They're still trying to secure what they have and make sure they don't have any future issues. So that covers the new verification. I have a feeling the airdrops and the lottery will come back, as well as the faucet. So that'll be good to see. But that is StakeCube this week. And keep tuning into these if you have interest in this to see how things are progressing. They're very responsive, at least to some people on Discord. So that works out pretty well. And I really want to say that I hope the lead developer is recovering and feeling better, but I can understand that after getting hacked, his pretty much got overloaded. So that would probably be my guess as to what happened in trying to fix it and do everything and controlling all that. It's a pretty drastic thing to do by yourself. So I feel sorry for the guy. I really do, and I hope he feels better soon. But there are admins that are working to keep the site up and running and to maintain things, and they have been doing a pretty good job. Sure, they don't get to the help tickets as quickly as possible, but, well, you know, what are you going to do? They do what they can, and I'm sure they're flooded with them. Anyway, that's it for StakeCube. I will talk to you guys later. See ya. Hey there, welcome to the Mintnodes portion of the video. I don't think I've introduced this one into this series yet, but that's what we're doing today. So Mintnodes is a shared masternode service. They actually don't do any proof of stake. So what you do is, as you can see, I have deposits of $200.44. I make about 74 cents a day, $5 a week, 22 cents, $22 a month, or $270 a year. But that's a deceptive figure, and I'll show you why. And this is particularly for this one something to see. As you can see, I have 19,324 SaveNode coins. Those 19,324 SaveNode coins were doing just fine when SaveNode had I think it was 16,000 coin collateral, but it's been increased to 32,000. So all the masternodes had to come down and be rebuilt. And now I am back in the queue. So none of this 19,324 coins is doing anything until it gets added back into a shared masternode. I'm not terribly worried about it because I maintain my own SaveNode masternode as well, so I am getting the benefit of that. But there was, what is this, 1,028,001 SaveNode sitting there, I think it says. So it has to go through and rebuild all of those. And it's doing so at a rate of maybe 2 or 3 a day. So it'll get there, but it's just going to take a while. And while it's doing that, my balance is in queue and is not gaining anything until my balance moves into the cluster. And once it moves into the cluster, I'm actually gaining rewards from it. So that works out pretty well. Now, as you can see, I have 7 IAS masternodes here, as well as 1 of my own. So that means I have 8 of them, or 6. So I have 7 of them. And what I do is, I have this. So my deposit address. So if I want to deposit coins, I send them here. This is my balance in the queue. This is my balance in the cluster, which is the equivalent of 1 masternode. Since this masternode is full at 90, I have 1.11111% ownership of the cluster. So when I get paid, I get 1.11111% of the rewards. And then those rewards are paid out to my address on my wallet at home. As so far, it doesn't give you a time, but I have 358 AIS paid out from this one. I get an average reward time of 1 hour, 23 minutes, and 3 seconds. So every 1 hour, 23 minutes, and 3 seconds, approximately, I get 1% of the reward for this. So as these are paying out, 1% of this 15 goes to me. And you can see here, 3 minutes, 3 minutes, 3 minutes, a couple of hours. Looks like they stagger a little bit. But every time these pay out, I get a percentage of every single one of these, because that's how you get paid out in the cluster. The more clusters there are, the more often the rewards happen. Bitcoin Adult, same thing. There are 30. I own 0.657. It's launching a new masternode. 985 coins out of the 5,000 to create a masternode. So you don't have to have the maximum amount of coins that you require to run the masternode yourself, because it requires 5,000 to start it. All these other people have contributed as well, and that put my 985 in there, and I have 0.6% interest in the cluster, and I'm getting rewards from that. Now, I also have my own Bitcoin Adult masternode that I maintain, so I get the rewards from that as well. And one of the reasons why my net worth is so low right now is because I actually took a majority of my coins that were over the masternode value, cut them down to where I could start my own, and I moved them to my personal wallet and started my own masternode, and then I'm building up a second one for the most part on here, so that I'll have 2, 3, 4, 5 masternodes. And you could actually put in more than this. So if I had more Mirai, I could put in 2,000 Mirai, and I would own more cluster. So that would help me even more to gain rewards, because I would gain rewards at like 2% or 3% or 10%. I think Carabit is the one I own a lot of. So I have 99,361 Carabit out of 150,000. So I own 59% of the masternode cluster. Now, admittedly, there's only one, and it doesn't pay out very often at only 4 hours. But by owning 59% of the cluster, 59% of this 52 coins comes to me every time, basically, minus fees. And the fees on this are 85% right now, because the coin doesn't really have that much value. But I wanted to see one start, so I started it. And that was what it took to start it, was like 80,000 coins. And I've gotten like 19. How many have I gotten? It'll tell me. That's condominium. I've gotten 17,571 Carabit. Carabit since I invested in it. So what is that, about 82,000 coins I put in to start this masternode? And I've gotten almost 20,000 paid in since. And I'm just reinvesting. As you can see on this one, I have it set to reinvest. So every reward that I get goes back into it. This is where my condominium gets sent. 24,351. I'm trying to get to 100,000 so I can own my own masternode for this. The masternode only costs $24. If I was really that interested in pursuing it, I would buy 100,000 condominium and start my own masternode. I'm letting it build itself. This one, Cryptonodes, the wallet was a little odd after the update, so they delisted it. I have 0.001 coin in my wallet. The wallet is off because it is delisted. Same with Dividend. Some other ones in here that I have. SC2, same thing. I have my own SC2 masternode. It doesn't really pay much. It's only available on CryptoBridge, which I don't like very much. But that's pretty much how it works. Now, the coin was delisted. I took out everything that I could. There was still some dust in there, and eventually they'll dust the wallets and take them out. Now, Mintnodes has an interesting thing where they allow voting now. So basically what it is voting ends each Saturday, and the 2 highest coins that are over the value get added in as cluster nodes. So you send Bitcoin to this address to vote for the coin that you want in. So if I wanted LGS to be, well, let's pick one that doesn't have anything, because it's easier to talk about. Something I might actually have an interest in. You can see all the things that you can actually vote on if you want to. But, okay, Talus Coin. Talus Coin was something I had an interest in at one point before it really lost all value. That's the price of it. That's the market cap, return on investment, total masternode value. So in order to buy 5,000 Talus, it takes about $3. If you want to vote for it, you would send Bitcoin to this address. That Bitcoin would get recorded in the votes, and the Bitcoin is spent. So you would add to this value. So if you send 0.05 Bitcoin to this address, and you don't have to send 0.05, but if you did, excuse me, it would put 0.05 in here, it would move to the top, and it would be the two highest coins of the week because nothing else right now has 0.05. So if this was Saturday and you dropped 0.05 Bitcoin on this, next week it would be listed as a masternode that you could invest in. Now the ones that are here are APR, so if I wanted to send 0.003 Bitcoin to this address here, it would record by vote. I would have spent my 0.003 Bitcoin, and the next Saturday they would add APR as an available masternode. Same with LGS, 0.003. So if I sent 0.003 Bitcoin to this address and 0.003 Bitcoin to this address, the two highest coins next week would be APR and LGS, and those two coins would be listed in this full cluster node list here. And these are all of the available cluster nodes as soon as it comes up. So everything that you can invest in is under this. Statistics shows you statistics on all the coins, so you could look at information, basically this information, in one spot on everything. Dashboard is where you look at your investment. Settings is where you can check your transfers and your payouts. But here are the list of cluster nodes, and you can also see what you've invested in as well. So you can see like Alco, I have nothing in it. So it does not show up on my dashboard, but it shows up here. So if you're looking for a coin, you would look for it under here to see if it's available. Barake, I don't have any of that. Bulwark, I don't have any of that. But you can see there are a lot of coins in here that I have no investment in that are available for you to invest in. And one of the things that I did with Help the Homeless, I actually mined 400 Help the Homeless just to add it in here. Doesn't really do anything. I just added it in. But these are the ones that are in there. Now, touching on SaveNode, because it's a good example. I have 19,324 SaveNode in there. There's a million SaveNode waiting to get added to masternodes. They're being added slowly. Because SaveNode had a collateral change, all of the old masternodes had to be taken down and restructured. Because of that, they all basically started again. And this is the problem that you have to take into consideration when you have a masternode and there is a collateral change or something tragic happens where you have to reload the masternode. I had this recently with my Telos masternode. I actually had a corruption in my wallet and I had to reload my wallet, which meant I had to change my transfer IDs and everything for my masternode, my gen key, and all that stuff. So that means I have to restart my masternode from scratch. Now, Telos doesn't pay out often anyway. Probably every 6 days I was getting coins. But it takes 12 to 14 days before you get your first payout. So once my, let's call this Telos because we're working off that 10 to 14 day example. Once this were to add and enter the cluster, it would take 14 days before my Telos had staked long enough to actually start paying off. So these rewards that you see down here wouldn't start for 2 weeks. StakeNode's not like that. I think it's 3 hours, but it's not huge. But they keep adding them and adding them and adding them, and they'll get back up to where they were very soon. So as you can see, there's one that's launching right now. And then the rewards start coming in. Because my balance is in the queue, I have 0 cluster ownership. I get no rewards. And that is why my payouts are so low. Even though I have a lot of coins, a lot of my coins are in the queue, not in the cluster. So once they get in the cluster, this value should go up, all of these values. Hopefully, because I don't like seeing my yearly that close to my net worth. Kind of makes me go, well, I could sell what I have now to get my yearly right now without having to wait a year to get it. But that's not the case. These figures only go up for income. And since I'm not generating income for some things, I am not seeing the benefits of having those. So next week when I touch on this, we'll see if this has finalized. And if it hasn't finalized, I'll realize what I'm going to do then and figure it out. But some of the things that happened were the AEG masternode that I had about half of before, the collateral increase for AEG and took it out of the bounds of what we had for Q balance. So now the new masternode value of AEG is $301. It's sitting in the queue. I'd gotten 34 coins from it before the collateral change. I was not aware they were changing it to 50,000. I think it was 5,000 before. So I was less than half. People have been removing their coins from here because, well, I guess, internet has no patience. But once this starts again, that will be factored into here. But things in the queue are not factored into your income because they're not income, they're nothing. And that's how a lot of that happens. Like this Aquila, I have almost a full masternode. So by having almost a full masternode, I have 1.8% control cluster ownership. And you can see I still have some in the queue, some here. Now the money in the balance in the queue will transfer into the cluster as needed or as a new masternode starts. So if somebody knocks out and withdraws 55 coins, or there's a space for 55 coins in one of these 47 masternodes, it will move into that to fill that gap. If I wait until someone deposits 3,100 more coins, or 2,900 more, or 1,800 more coins, as soon as that happens, either one of the two, the amount in the queue has to increase, so this is 0, or this amount can fill a gap in here somewhere, and then that will increase my holdings. When people remove money, reshuffles some of the masternodes sometimes, changes the rewards. It's out of your control. But that is how Mintnodes works. Now we're going to go into, I don't want to go into settings because I don't want to show you all the nonsense in there. But when you go in here, you can see all of your reward payouts. You can see all of your deposits and withdrawals. Withdrawals happen fairly quickly. Deposits happen a little more slowly because they wait for confirmation and then there's a cycle where they're processed in. So it can take sometimes 90 minutes for deposits to happen. So if I were to deposit another 10,000 save node, I might not see my balance update for an hour to an hour and a half or more after the blockchain had already completed. Just because I see that there's 8 verifications or however many it requires does not mean that it's recognized and processed my coins into the site yet. There's a little bit of a delay. So just be aware of that. But they do get there, and they actually have a tool to recover missing transactions as well. So, and I've never had a problem with them working with me on things that have had issues. Anyway, that's it for Mintnodes. Talk to you guys later.